Have you ever worked the night shift? The story comes from a maintenance technician who worked at a massive aging hospital in Korea. Our guy, let's call him Minjun, was used to the hospital's groans and creaks. But one night, that background noise changed. He was following a thick bundle of cables along the ceiling when he noticed it. Tucked away in a small, forgotten alcove was an elevator. He knew the layout of this wing like the back of his hand, and there was no elevator on any of the official floor plans for this section. Curiosity got the better of him. He pushed the call button, and to his surprise, it lit up with a dim, sickly yellow glow. A moment later, the door slid open with a low groan. Inside, it was just as strange. He stepped inside, planning to just ride it up or down one floor to see where it went. He pressed one of the black circles at random. The doors rumbled shut, sealing him in darkness for a second before the dim overhead light flickered back on. Then, the elevator started to move. It was going down. The elevator didn't stop. It just kept going down, deeper and deeper into the earth. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the display showed -12. Then, with a final, sickening lurch, it settled on -13. The elevator shuddered to a halt, but with that same low groan from before, the doors began to slide open. The sight that greeted him will be burned into his memory forever. It wasn't a basement. It was a hospital corridor, just like the ones upstairs, but twisted into a nightmare. The air was thick with the overwhelming smell of old, stale disinfectant mixed with something else. Something metallic and vaguely sweet, like decay. It was pitch black except for a single, flickering light far down the hall, casting long, dancing shadows. And then he heard it, a sound that made the blood freeze in his veins. It was the sound of a stretcher's wheels, rolling on the grimy floor. But it was fast. It was coming from the darkness at the end of the hall, heading straight for him. Faster and faster, the sound grew louder, echoing in the dead silence of the corridor. They say that phantom elevator never really went away. Now appears randomly. Sometimes it shows up on the panel in the surgical wing elevator. Sometimes in the one by the cafeteria. It's never in the same place twice. The hospital staff have a rule, an unspoken warning that's more serious than any fire drill. If you're ever in an elevator and see that strange, unmarked black button has lit up on its own, whatever you do, do not press it. Don't even get curious. Just get out and take the next one. Because that thing with the pale, gray hand, the thing that was pushing the stretcher in the dark, is still down there. And sometimes it gets lonely.